Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Hey everyone, I'm Shannon Morse with Before You Buy, and this week I have the Amped Wireless High Power Wi-Fi Range Extender. The MSRP on this is $119.99. You can get about 800 milliwatts of power out of this. It enables you to have 2 wired ports as well as USB for shared files and directories and things like that. And you also have 300 megabits per second of speed. Now, you can get about 10,000 feet of wireless range with this, at least that's what they quote, and it works with B, G, and N 2.4 gigahertz wireless networks. Unfortunately, you cannot use this with AC wireless networks and 5 gigahertz, which kind of stinks. I have a lot of devices on 5 gigahertz. Now, this is supposed to be able to enable you to eliminate Wi-Fi dead spots. So if you're in a really, really big area, or you're for some reason in a Faraday cage and you don't have any Wi-Fi in your area, you can hopefully get more of a range whenever you connect this in your household or in your warehouse or wherever you might be. Now, this does have a touchscreen setup on the front. It is 480 by 320 pixels, and I noticed that it's a little non-responsive whenever you turn it on. You might have to click it a couple of times because it does take some pressure to actually make it respond to your touch. Now, it does have Wi-Fi access controls. There's signal coverage control on it as well. It does enable you to use Apple networks, so you're compatible with your Apple devices. You can use WPA, WPA2, and WPS, and whenever you're not using it, you can also set this up to be a digital clock, so you can set it out on your desk and it'll be nice and pretty. It won't look obtrusive or anything. It's very small too, and it's very lightweight. It feels like it's under a pound. It's 5.8 inches by 5.4 by 1.4, so very, very small. Now, it does include a couple of nice things as well. It does have a stand on the back. There is a stylus, which will help you with the somewhat non-responsive screen. It's a very small stylus, and it's made of plastic, so try not to lose it and don't let your animals try to eat it. And there's an external RP SMA antenna. It looks like it's about 5 dBIs, but it's not quoted on their website, so I'm not exactly sure of the exact size of this antenna. However, when I used it in my testing, it did work, and it definitely helped with the wireless in my household. Now, I was using this with my Samsung Note 4, and I set it up with the Wi-Fi analyzer application. Now, I was able to get about negative 40 decibel milliwatts on my current wireless network, and that went all the way down to negative 60 dBms whenever I walked really, really far away from my wireless network. Now, when I set this up in an area that still was able to gain somewhat of a range, it went down to negative 50 dBms. So that cut off about negative 10 with this extender. So that definitely helped with my download speeds. I was able to get about 4 megabits per second extra download speed, so not too much of an extra amount, but it definitely increased it. So on the pro side, it does work well. It's a very, very easy setup because, in fact, no computer is required. You can do everything from the touchscreen, and I love that about this. Now, on the con side, though, there is no 5 gigahertz or AC wireless, and the screen itself is very low resolution, and it's somewhat non-responsive, so you might not need to use the stylus more than what you would want to. So is this a buy, try, or a don't buy? I'm going to give it a buy, but only if you don't need any 5 gigahertz options. They do have 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi range extenders available on their website for a little bit over $100, so those options are available for you. And again, this is the Amped Wireless Wi-Fi range extender for your 2.4 gigahertz wireless networks. And I'm Shannon Morse, and this is Before You Buy.